Hello students, in chapter Getting to Know Plants, today we have to discuss flowers and fruits and functions of a flower. So let's understand what are flowers. We all have seen different flowers in our garden. So in today's class, we shall discuss the different parts of a flower. Here, flowers are the most beautiful part of a plant. Flowers are of different sizes, shapes, colors and fragrance. It is the part which can convert into fruits. But all flowers can't convert into fruits. So let's understand a structure of a flower. The basic parts of a flowers are given here. So let's understand each part of a flower. First part here, sepals. So what it is the sepals? So let's understand here. The outermost green leafy structures in a flower are called sepals. Sepals protect the flower at the bud stage. Sepals are the most important part in an open flower. Now next part of flower is petals. The leaf-like colored parts next to the sepals are called petals. In most flowers, petals give pleasant fragrance. The bright color and fragrance of the petals attract insects that help plants in reproduction. Next part of flower is stamens. Many little stalks with solid tops around the center of the flower are called stamens. Stamens are the male parts of the flower. You can see here in this figure, each stamen consists of a thin green stalk. What are they called? These green stalks are called filament, and each filament are having a bag-like top, and this bag-like top is called anther. The anther carries several pollen grains. So pollen grains are what? Pollen grains are the dust. You must have touched ever the dust particles of this pollen grain that is slippery to touch. These particles take part in reproduction. Now next, pistil, or you may say carpel. A flask-shaped structure in the center of the flower is called pistil, or you may say carpel. Pistil is the female part of the flower. Just I said you that stamen is the male part of flower, but pistil is the female part of the flower. The lower, broader portion of the pistil is called ovary. See here in this figure, ovary it is given. The narrow upper portion of pistil is called the style. The sticky end at the top of the style is called stigma. Stigma, see that anther-like structure in the top, little broader. Here you can see stigma is given. The ovary contains female sex cells called ovules. Now let's understand by which process flowers are developed into fruits, or you may say how it changes into fruits. Flowers are developed into fruits and form seeds by the process of pollination. So what is this pollination? The transfer of pollen grains. Pollen grains, just I have discussed. It is attached to the anther. That anther having bag-like structure and that carry dust particle, that is said to be pollen grain. So the transfer of pollen grains from the anther of a stamen to the stigma of the pistil is called pollination. After pollination, the ovules change into seeds and ovary of the flower grows and develops into a fruit. Now move on to functions of a flower. First, flowers are the reproductive organs of the plant, just we have discussed. Second, the ovary of flower develops into the fruit. Its ovules form the seeds. Next, flowers are the source of perfumes, flavoring foods and certain medicines also. Next, nectar from flowers is used by honeybees to prepare honey.